Yes. Now we will continue with the last session. So what we have seen in the last session, it is about heterotrophic mode of nutrition in plants. What are all the two types we have seen? Tell me. What are the two types we have seen? Insectivorous and then parasitic. Yeah, very good. Clap for yourself. Next, we are going to see about symbiosis. Symbiosis. It is also one of the heterotrophic mode of nutrition in plants. It is one of the heterotrophic nutrition in plants. It is the relationship between two organisms in which both are benefited. That means you may ask help from your friends, no? You just do this for me, I will do that for you. Clear? Likewise, here also in this symbiosis process, both the organisms are benefited. Certain fungi living in the roots of trees form symbiotic relationship with trees. That is the fungi. Fungi, have you seen? They are found during the rainy seasons or in dark thick green forests. So they are found in the roots of trees. What do the tree provide to them? Tree provide nutrition to the fungus. Trees provide nutrition to the fungus, and the fungus helps the tree to take up water and minerals from the soil. See that both are helping each others. Both are helping each others. The trees give nutrients to the fungus, and the fungus helps the trees to take more water and minerals from the soil. So in this relationship, both are benefited. Clear? It is the relationship between two organisms in which both are benefited. Fungi living in the roots helps the trees to absorb more water and minerals from the soil, and the tree provides trees provide nutrients to the fungus. Lichens. What do you mean by lichens? Fungus plus algae give lichens. These are microorganisms, and these algae we are not able to see with our naked eyes. So these both together are called as lichens. Fungi and algae are together called as lichens. So it is association between algae and fungi. It is association between algae and fungi. Fungi partner absorb minerals. This fungi absorbs minerals, and whereas the algae prepares food by photosynthesis. Both are combined to form lichens. Clear? These both are combined to form lichens. Fungi helps in absorbing minerals, and algae helps in preparing food by photosynthesis. Listen, these algae are rich in chlorophyll. Algae are green in color. In the green color pigments, there is present of more number of chlorophyll. So this fungi, what do? They helps in absorbing minerals, and algae prepares food. So they both together live are called as lichens. Here you are able to see in this part, right, in this picture. So this is called as lichens. These fungi and algae both live together, and fungi helps in absorbing minerals, and this algae helps in preparing food. So algae is the chlorophyll partner. I said no, algae are green in color. See here, algae are green in color, so they are rich in chlorophyll, and fungi do not contain chlorophyll. This fungus do not contain chlorophyll. Algae provides food to the fungus. Algae gives food to the fungus prepared by photosynthesis. Fungus provide shelter and water. Shelter, water and minerals to the algae. Algae gives food. Fungi gives shelter and minerals. Shall we move to the next one? Yes. Saprotrophs. What is the next one? Saprotrophs. Organisms without chlorophyll. The organisms which do not have chlorophyll, like fungi, have different modes. One of these modes is saprophytes. The organisms which do not have chlorophyll are called saprophytes. The organisms which do not have chlorophyll are called saprophytes. They feed on dead and decaying matter. They feed on dead and decaying matter. And their mode of nutrition is called saprophytic mode of nutrition. First point, have a look at it again. Organisms without chlorophyll. Organisms without chlorophyll, like fungi, are called as saprophytes. They feed on dead and decaying matter. In the forest, you are able to see, and near the plants also. So there are dried and dead leaves which are fallen, right? So they used to eat that. So only they feed on dead and decaying matter. So this type of nutrition is called as saprophytic mode of nutrition. Saprophytic nutrition in fungi involves conversion of dead and decaying matter into solution and absorption of nutrition. So what does this fungi do means, they have this dead and organic matters, right? So this dead and decayed matters they convert into solution. They absorb the nutrients which are present in the solution. Whether you have seen like this pictures during rainy seasons in the field? Yeah. We'll move to the next one. Enrichment of soil. The last topic is enrichment of soil. Nutrients in the soil are absorbed by, you know that, right? Tell me the answer. Nutrients in the soil are absorbed by, louder, roots. Good. So nutrients in the soil are absorbed by the roots. As they are depleted, they are needed to be added. That is, as I already said you, continuous growth of crops in the soil leads to loss of nutrients which are present in the soil. So this loss has to be replenished. What do you mean by the word replenish? If you have dictionary, take it and search it. What do you mean by the word replenish? Replenish is nothing but to give something or to add something extra. Clear? So that is adding. Replenish means adding the nutrients to the soil again. So the continuous growth of plants leads to loss of nutrients in the soil. So this loss must be added. So they use what? Fertilizers and manures. For replenishing the soil, the farmers use manures and fertilizers. Here you are able to see the picture of, this is the picture of fertilizer. Clear? Cross-linked. It is the picture of fertilizer. This is the picture of manure. Don't get confused. Cross-linked, fertilizers, manures. Clear? So, this blue colored one is the fertilizer. This soil colored is the manure. So, these fertilizer are prepared in the factories. They are chemicals. So, they are harmful to human beings, to soil and also to water. By continuous addition of fertilizer to the soil, it would lose the nature of the soil. This would lead to loss of nature of soil. And who is the friends of farmers? Friends of farmers, their neighbors. No. The friends of farmers are the earthworms. Good. Who is called as friend of farmers? Earthworms. Because the waste which is produced from the earthworm is used as good manure. They are nutrient rich. Then when the rain comes, the fertilizers are washed away from the rainwater and they get drained into the lakes, seas, rivers, ponds, etc. So that water also becomes polluted. Now we will move to the next. So nitrogen replenishment by rhizobium. Nitrogen replenishment by rhizobium. Rhizobium is nothing but it is a type of bacterium. Clear? So it traps the atmospheric nitrogen and converts into, here you are able to see the picture, right? See the second picture. Here you are able to see something small green, right? These small green structures are called as rhizobium. It cannot make their own food. It is present in the roots of the plant like pea, gram, beans, etc. What do you mean by root nodules? Root nodules is nothing that the bulb-like structure which is present in the roots. So near the root nodules only the rhizobium is present. So this bacterium gets food and oxygen from these root nodules and it fixes nitrogen to the plant. It gets food and oxygen from the root nodules and then it gives back nitrogen. So nitrogen is replaced by the rhizobium. So rhizobium is good for the growth and development of the plants. This first picture shows the roots of the pea plant. See, this is the root nodules. In the second pictures, you are able to see the green colored, right? In the green colored is called as rhizobium. So this rhizobium helps in fixing nitrogen. Now we will have a recap. We have seen about autotrophic and heterotrophic modes of nutrition. In that, autotrophic photosynthesis, heterotrophic we have seen insectivorous, parasite, symbiotic and then saprotrophic. So these are the some questions which you need to do at home. So try to answer this first question. Dash is the byproduct of photosynthesis. What do we get from the process of photosynthesis? It is nothing but glucose or carbohydrate. Give an example for symbiotic bacteria. Symbiotic bacteria. Next one is the plants get nitrogen through the process of. The plants get nitrogen through the process of. Next, name the raw materials required for photosynthesis. The leaves and roots are absent in dash plants. The leaves and roots are absent in dash plants. In deserts, the leaves are modified into spines to reduce the loss of water. Yes, good. Because in deserts, there is scarcity of water. So, the leaves are modified into spines. So, the water loss will be less. During photosynthesis, plants take in dash and give out dash. Try to answer all these questions. Now, these are your questions which is to be done as a homework and send it through group. First 5 questions you need to write it and the last one is the activity to do at home. First question, why do organisms take food? Next one, what are the other modes of nutrition in plants? Next, short notes on insectivorous. Next one is process of photosynthesis. Write it with equation. Clear? Last one is the activity you have to do with a piece of bread. Put it in water and then keep it aside for few days and then observe. Note the observation what you have seen. So on the bread there are small patches of green and black patches are obtained. So this is the small work to be done and take a picture of that bread and then send it through the group. So I thank you all for watching this patiently. Do your work. Thank you.